Good morning. Good morning. Y'all make sure y'all come and hit the like button. Hit the like button. I don't know, that was a nice little note. Nice little note. I probably should have set up over here where the air is. Alright. We're gonna rock out like this. What is all that noise? Hit the like button, hit the like button, double tap, double tap, double tap. Alright, here we are. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. We gonna get this thing started in a minute. Then now I'm gonna mess with the window. Hold on. That's what I get for messing with stuff. Messing with stuff. None of these things is even on. Where the power button? Yeah, I'm in the game room, and none of this shit is even on. So I don't even know. Wonder why it's not even on. Guess you got to plug it up. But alright, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy birthday to Baby Truth. Okay, Baby Truth is 3 years old today. Okay, we just came back from breakfast. We got a day full of pool activities. Okay, so yeah, happy birthday to my grandbaby. Alright. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like. Okay, okay, okay. I kind of feel like I should cut the air down just a little bit, because being in here, I might get warm. So hold up. Yeah, I like to be cold. So, bam. All right, we here. Good morning, Banika. Good morning. Last day of vacation. Hey, Lisa. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I enjoyed my vacation, but I'm ready to go home. It is, no matter where I go, after like day 2, I'll be ready to go home for sure. Good morning, Blue. Yeah, I'm in the game room. I want to take a look. Yep, in the game room. Nothing is plugged up. But I haven't been out here since we got here. And since this is our last day, I'm like, hey, well, at least I can go live in the game room. And then, like I said, it's Baby Truth's birthday, so the house is extra lit right now. And I ain't want nobody to be like, see, you don't even supposed to be on YouTube. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to bother them. I'm going to come out to the game room since it's separated from the house, do my YouTube, and then I'll join the function later. But yeah, we just got back from breakfast. Today we're supposed to be in a pool, go to the different pools in the resort or the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what we're doing. But you know, we got to get into the content. Yeah, so y'all double tap. Y'all know I'm going to let it ride, give y'all time to share the live, and then we're going to get into it. We're going to talk YSL. We're going to get into 600 Breezy for those from the Chicago drill sector, okay? And his baby mama situation with Jayda Waiter's sister. And Jayda Waiter spoke her shit on it and how she feel about it. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Little Reese and what he had to say in regards to Lil Durk shouting out FYBJ Maine on his latest song. Gonna talk about that. What else we gonna talk about? I really ain't had time to really look through all the headlines on the blogs. That's just the few things that caught my eye. But y'all know how we do. We gonna chop it up. Ain't no telling where we'll end up with the conversation. Good morning, Pop Man. So yeah. Yo, free my mother effing daddy. Okay, I just talked to my daddy just a few seconds ago before I started my live. He's talking about all them inmates coming up dead down there at Alviness Glen, the Richland County Jail, from fentanyl overdoses and stuff. So I think one of the most recent inmates was in his dorm. So they definitely got some shit on their hand down there, on top of just fucked up conditions in that jail, man. But yeah, free Papa Truth, man. And yeah, that's about it. That's what we're going with it today. My bad, y'all. I thought, man, look, I don't know why I brought my ass out here. I just realized this is technically the garage that they converted into a game room. What size car could fit in here, though? This would be a tight space. You know what I'm saying? A tight space. But yeah, so we're going to talk about it. Like I said, we're going to talk. We just going to talk. Y'all know it's Mickey Talks, okay? Thursday edition. And y'all already know tonight, Tea Time Thursday. Y'all make sure y'all go over there to Miss Me With That BS channel and tell her, hey, we need to be on time tonight. Y'all go over there to Kimbella Roxy channel and tell her we need to be on time tonight. And y'all know Mickey Truth gonna be late. But I'm gonna be there, okay? So Tea Time Thursday tonight. Y'all already know we say 8:30-ish because, you know, we gonna definitely be late. But y'all make sure y'all tell them we on board. Even on vacation, I'm pulling up the Tea Time Thursday, okay? So y'all make sure y'all be there. All right. I think we got a good spot. We can get rocking. We can rock on out. I need this phone. Let's see. Let's start with YSL. So y'all know on the 30th is when like court is supposed to be back in session, right? And that is, what day is that? Tuesday, okay? But in between time and in the meantime, like we talked about the other night, the defense attorney is still getting their motions put in. Hell, I still see them speaking out despite what DA Love feel, okay? For those who wasn't on the live the other night, y'all make sure y'all tap into it. But you know, DA Love filed a motion to say, hey, judge, we don't want the defense attorneys to talk about us, especially me, you know? It's, tainting the jury that don't supposed to be watching none of this shit anyway, right? But, you know, that was their argument, which is crazy, because what happened to freedom of speech? You know what I'm saying? What happened to, you know, standing in the paint with this shit? As attorneys, as people ain't gonna freaking like you, but you just gotta keep it moving. And I think Adrian Love missed the memo, because little do she know, regardless if Steele, Weinstein, or Short, or anybody else say anything about her, we still as the public see them day in, day out, live in the courtroom. We have our own opinions. Y'all know personally, as far as this case, she irks my nerves. Every time I see her head go to the side, it irks my nerves. Every time I see her writing on that damn notepad, the guilt to Hilton, irks my nerve. Every time she roll her eyes and fall back in the chair, it irks my nerves. Hell, every time she get up to speak, irks my nerves. In this case, like I said, I don't know her as a person. I'm talking about her performance, okay? Because this is a performance. Even though it is the court of law, it's a performance. Her performance in this trial irks my freaking nerves. And that's based off what I observed from watching her. Nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, Steele or nothing like that. She just be throwing tantrums to me. But that's just me, okay? Y'all feel how y'all feel about her. But despite all this, the defense shouldn't be talking. Hey, wrong land for that, ma'am. Wrong land. But let me go over the Thugger Daily, because y'all know they break it down over there. And I don't have a laptop, so boom, they're going to help us out. All right, let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. So let's start with this one. It says the state has responded to Young Thug's motion to challenge the factual findings of Judge Cruz, or is it Krause? Krause? I'm gonna go with Krause. That may be wrong, but I'm gonna go with Krause. They cite the same two cases they cited in front of Glanville to argue that the secret ex parte hearing was proper and argue that the defense didn't have a right to be there. Now, y'all know, just personally, I feel like it definitely wasn't proper. But again, from a legal standpoint, I look to actual attorneys and see what they feel. And I have yet to find an attorney that says it was proper. Most attorneys are outraged about it. So I would kind of want to see what the judge say on it, because like, I don't know if it's, I feel like it's fucked up being that the flow of the conversation. I felt like, to me, okay, now Brian still ain't say this. No attorney said it. This is Mickey Truth saying her opinion. When I read the transcripts, it felt like Love used that time to kind of poison Glanville with her theory that Brian Steele, among others, were like in cahoots with the original lawyer. What was his name? For Woody. I can't remember his name, but him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all she kept saying, oh, he's not in the best interest on, oh, the defense attorneys, this and that. Like, if you're talking about them, I feel, to me, not from a legal standing, just from my interpretation, I feel like, hell, if you're talking about them, they should be there, right? Because how are you talking to the judge, right? Melnick, yes. How are you talking to the judge about Melnick? Because he wasn't there either. And still, for the most part, he's not there, to the judge. That's right there is showing like you're trying to like pull the judge on your side, because it's a one-sided conversation, because they're not there to rebuttal like in the court. And that's why I do agree with the other judge. What judge was that granted the recusal? It's been so many judges. Whatever the judge saying, I agree with her when she said it could have been done in open court. But you know why Love did not want that done in open court? Because Steele was going to be on her top, okay? And by sliding this into the ex parte meeting, she was able to get her theory out to the judge without interruption. So that's just how I feel about it. I feel like, would I say per se it was something done illegally? I don't think so, but shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more so Love as being messy as fuck, trying to get her little theory out to Glanville without Brian Steele being on her top. Judge Krause is the one that, I thought Judge Krause is who was on the case now. I'm talking about who was the judge that granted the recusal. It's the same judge? Okay, well, y'all know there's been so many of them. Whoever, if it is Krause or whatever. Again, I agree with her when she said it could have been done in open court. But again, I feel like Love used that opportunity to, you know, put a little bug in Glanville ear. Y'all know how it go. Like, y'all ever growing up, you know, you want to say something to your mama's dog or something, but you don't want to say it around your cousins and your siblings, right? Because you want to get your whole story out without them saying, oh, you lying, da da da. That's how I felt. Like, it was like a kid play. Like, she just wanted to, like, put out there her theory without still being on her top. Because y'all know still be on her top when she pulled that bullshit. All right, let's see. So they gave two reasonings, okay, to this situation. Obviously, it's Adrian Love that filed this motion. It says, first, defendant Williams objects to the order's reference to his recusal motions, inclusion of hyperbole. The reference is accurate. More importantly, the reference to it is not itself a factual finding and it is not material issue for litigation. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. They got me on that one. I don't know what the fuck that's about. So I can assume they're saying to me, right? Like it's not grounds to argue this in front of the court. That's the best summary of that I can get from that. If somebody got another way to explain that, put it in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen. Let's go to the second one. And all of this, y'all, like I said, when it comes to YSL, y'all can go on Twitter to Thucker Daily because they put all the paperwork to this case out. All the paperwork they put out. Second, defendant Williams asserts that Judge Krause finding, oh yeah, you're right, Blue was Krause, finding that the hearing in chambers were not proper is that wholly against the law. That assertion is clearly incorrect. The hearing in chambers was regarding a witness immunity and compelled testimony. Such a hearing without the defense presence has been held to be proper by the Supreme Court of Georgia, which ruled the defense has no standing to be present at such hearings. But this is I say it again. That hearing was more than just talking about Woody's immunity and him testifying. Before Woody even comes into the chambers, right? Love is rambling on and on and on about the defense and Woody's attorney in cahoots with each other to like coerce him not to testify, this and that. I feel that part alone takes away from her whole theory that it was only about Woody testifying and getting out of his contempt of court. That part. Now, if the meeting started with Woody being in there and they discussed or whatever, okay, boom. But it started off with her going on and on and on about the defense being in cahoots with the freaking witness attorney. And then another thing is this. Who was it? Hilton telling the judge to close his ears was crazy. Like that part was crazy. So I feel like they trying to like push this narrative, but they fucked themselves up by having separate conversations outside of the goal of the meeting. If the goal of the meeting was just to explain to Woody, aka Kenneth Copeland, and matter of fact, today is his birthday also, okay? So those that be rocking with Woody, y'all go over there and tell him happy birthday. To testify and like answer any questions he had in regards to it, they should have kept the conversation to strictly that, and they did not. They did not. And then I feel, me personally, it became a Brady situation when Woody basically was implying to them, or I don't even know if it's implying, he was just saying how they were not being honest with him. Like how he told them that he wasn't going to testify. Like he told them that he had an attorney, even though, you know, he said he didn't speak to him, although they're saying, oh no, you said that wasn't your attorney. So I feel like at that point that became Brady, a Brady issue too. Now that's just me. I could be wrong, but that's how I take from it. All right. All right. So the state. Fourth down back says usually ex parte conversations are permitted in these circumstances. You can do so with a judge or decision-making body, but it is a common courtesy to have some member of the defense present. Well, the only thing with that though, right? Because an ex parte conversation, hold on, let me see. A copy of the conversation is required in writing for historical accuracy. However, my only thing with that, because from my understanding of an ex parte meeting, the purpose of it is to have a private conversation with the judge, right? I think it made this situation a little shaky because it was a sworn-in witness there, and the conversation wasn't solely on the contempt. So now this is just my view on it, right? I think that's what made it rocky when they did that, because to my understanding, ex parte can be a conversation with just one side and the judge. not technically having to have a defense, the defendant there or the defense counsel there. Black Butterfly, good morning. Ex parte is legal, but if it includes a sworn witness, isn't proper, and the defense is not made aware. Right. So, and I think that's where it started crossing the line. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the live. I believe that's where it started crossing the line because, again, when a witness, to my understanding, when a witness is sworn in, nobody should be talking to the witness during that time. And I believe, was it Love that said she'll continue to talk to, like, the prosecution will continue to talk to the witness as they see fit, as long as he's talking to them type shit. Oh, Lord, they got me saying type shit. Oh, Lord. I was just telling Music, I am not about to start talking in the slang. And listen, I done fucking said type shit. Listen, Lil Migo says type shit a lot. And I think it done got on me because I just caught myself saying it too. But anyway, yeah, so I think that's what made it like shaky. And I think, and again, all the attorneys, and I'm talking about all the attorneys like that do content, right? That's on YouTube, like lead attorney. It's so many of them. I can't even, hell, even Kayla Bumpus, they all said it became improper due to the context of the conversation. So, let me see what's this. So I think we already talked about Young Thug filing for a bond. What's this? Okay, so I don't know what. Let me read this. So it says, the state hereby notices the defendants in this case in this honorable court of the following. It has come to the state's attention that on May 2nd, 2017, this honorable court issued an order of recusal with regard to a motion for new trial in State versus Quantarius Greer, which is on Funk, if I'm not mistaken. Attorney Brian Steele was Greer's attorney of record at that time. Oh, Lord. Love fucking with Brian Steele. Like, Brian Steele gonna get on your top in this courtroom. You keep on playing with that man. It says the facts underlying the prior case are unrelated to the present case and are not part of this case. The prior case involved the December 22nd, 2007 murder of James Yarborough. The present case involves allegations of criminal activity and by and through members of YSL, which formed years later in 2012. On information and belief, the recusal order was based upon the court's prior supervisory role over the appellate unit of the district attorney's office during the pendency of Greer's motion for new trial. That order might even have been issued in error. As the amended motion for the new trial, Mr. Steele filed on Greer's behalf in December 2016 before the order of recusal already listed the same judicial officer who ultimately resolved Greer's motions for a new trial in 2019 after the order of recusal. Although Greer was a co-defendant in the present case, Greer pleaded guilty in the present case in November 2023. The state provided this notice simply as point of information. They know damn well that shit was fucking unneeded at this point. And y'all know they've been trying to lay out that Brian Steele has like represented multiple defendants that's associated with this case. What's up, Zaria? All the hey, stopping by for the like and to comment for the algorithm in a meeting with the earbud in, so I'm listening. All right, good morning. Black Butterfly, look at the date of the prior case prior to the claim conspiracy. She just got to be doing something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit was, look, if she utilizing her time for the real shit instead of this bullshit, we might not have been here, okay? Because that document, this notice was put together better than her freaking motion that she put in late as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, love just irks my damn nerves. In this case, I got to specify it in this case. Because maybe it's another case that I follow, you know what I'm saying, that might be a little better. But at this point, nah, that's not it. Let me see. Do we finally got a troll 25 minutes in? What else you got to say, Reggie? Because your ass about to get spun. I mean, what else you got? These kids on some more shit. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Reggie, you kind of got me lost with that. I kind of thought you was trolling for a minute, but I don't know. Are you trying to say something? I don't know. Fourth now said, rule 1, they didn't teach me in college. The judge and DA hating you makes it tougher on your clients with the right or wrong. That is true. That is true for sure. I don't know what this person is on, but we gonna, yeah, we're gonna give you some time to think to yourself for a second, because what the fuck? That is crazy. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I got to get somebody out of here because I don't know what the fuck he was on. AV is premiering Brian Still Most Savage Moments right now. Yo, shout out to AV, man. I saw AV the other night. She was on lead attorney for like 4 hours and then got on hers. I said, now that's dedication. My ass would have been tired as hell. All right, so pretty much that's where we at with it. I'm about to see if I can play because I think Weinstein and Nikki, good morning. Weinstein and somebody talked to, who did they talk to? I think it was Megan Kovneff about their reactions to I never understood why people like, it's first thing I seen on YouTube when I opened it up just now was somebody in the casket. Why? I don't know why they be posting shit like that. Alright, let's see. Yeah, make sure y'all double tap the screen. Double tap. Oh, that's 42 minutes. Okay, we can't listen to 42 minutes. I can't be on here that long. But let's listen to. She posted this was with Max Shart. Is that new though? Let's just see. I don't know if that's since the thing.
Yes, I understand. We're not strategizing for appellate issues or to create appellate issues. And quite frankly, you know, in my estimation,
I had to pull my phone aside to say she did that to say to the judge, I know they gave you a dinner, and to tell Brian, you are white as hell still, and we on your ass if a mistrial is granted. Ooh.
It's been Brady violations. So when Brady, ultimately,
good morning, Charger City.
Not too far. And so, you know, I just wanted to know what was going on, so I could best deal with what was right in front of me. And I think the rest of the attorneys did as well.
I think this is part of the original interview. So hold on, let's go to the Weinstein one because I want to hear about the gag order. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what they're wanting. They're wanting a gag order.
Hello, everybody.
Advocate for him in the public arena.
A duty to represent your client, who's a public figure, and that he's been smeared by prosecutors. And is that, can we expect to see an argument like that in a filing in response to this gag order request? Is that
I don't want to hold this the whole time, so let me set it up right there. We're going. Hey, while on vacation, we gonna make do with what we got, okay? We gonna make do what we got. We gonna run it.
Of the defense here?
Yeah, and just to be clear, I don't think I used the word smeared by the prosecutors, but I think I said that his reputation has been tarnished by the state. Just, I don't know if that makes a huge difference, but first off, I should start by telling
Can y'all hear that? Let me know.
How are you guys doing? So I guess y'all are watching me now, and maybe have always been.
Y'all know I like to have my black and white filter on. I'ma take it off.
Well, it's pretty simple. Just look at the rule that the state cited in their motion, Rule 3.6. And I'm permitted under that to comment on information that is in the public domain. And so my comments have been limited to those things that have been filed publicly, that have taken place in the courtroom. It's unlike maybe not wishes, but this.
And I told y'all that, like, I didn't understand how that was even an argument when we literally watch it in real time daily. Like, and the judge signed off on all the Rule 22s to these people that we're watching it from. So, but they ain't want to sign mine, so it's okay.
It's a public trial. The witnesses, all the proceedings have been streamed out to the public. The courtroom has been open. I know that the state has repeatedly wished that some of the witnesses not be put on video, and for the most part, they've gotten their way on that. But I think this is just part of the pattern of the state not wanting the public to...
Look, I bet they wish they wouldn't put Woody ass on camera. They done turned that man into a celebrity.
See what's happening in there. And yeah, I have the absolute right and obligation to speak out. My client's a public figure. He has a career as a singer, as an artist, as a writer, and I have a duty to him to not only advocate for him in the classroom, but to advocate for him in the public arena.
And it seems like their reading of the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct. I mean, when I'm reading this, I'm like, does their interpretation of this allow for any public comment whatsoever? The comments that they cited seem to be criticisms of them and then proclamations from the defense that their clients are innocent. But that seems to be stuff that we hear about in cases, in high-profile cases.
Yeah, and we're absolutely under Rule 3.6 allowed to do that. And it wouldn't be the first time that they have put forth an argument that I believe doesn't have merit. So I'm happy to file a response and swap this away. But unless, of course, I'll do whatever the court orders, let me make that clear.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that a court, this court, or any court, would rule in their favor on this, or will rule in their favor. So I don't anticipate being gagged in any way by this judge. I mean, I was looking back, Angel.
Y'all heard what Weinstein say? That shit don't even deserve a response. They just reaching at straws. Not my words, not his, but y'all got what he was saying. And I agree, because, like, come on, man. People watch this, like I said, we will have our own opinion of this shit anyway, especially of love and all that, because we see it with our own eyes, day in and day out. Like, they don't have to say nothing, you know. Blue said, love better do something because she's down on the scoreboard in the third quarter. Okay? Definitely smash that mother effing like button. Y'all just did my little dance. Y'all, I'm glad y'all couldn't see me. Did I press?
Like, there was a gag order in the Ahmed Arbery case. That was a very different situation, if you remember, Megan. I mean, did you look at that gag order?
No, I haven't seen the gag order. I'm familiar with the basics of that case, but what do you see as the big differences that led to the gag order there?
Sure. In that case, that was an order that took place before the trial commenced. So you had, obviously, potential jurors that were out there that could be seeing the statements. And in this case, our jury is impaneled.
Hey, Chloe.
And they are under a directive from the judge to not consume any information about this case, to not talk about this case. And Chief Judge Rainville always did a great job at the end of, I think, every day, giving the jury, you guys have seen it, he gives the jury the directives on what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. And so we have to presume that the jurors are following the instructions of the judge.
Right.
So they shouldn't be consuming any of this in any way. So I don't think any statements I make are prejudicing this trial at all. All I'm doing is educating the public on what's happening in that courtroom.
Right. I did see just through a quick Google search that there was a gag order issued in the RICO case involving the Cop City protesters. Is that, do you see differences between that case and this case, or just what they're doing? Or were they weren't like 19 months into trial when that gag order was issued?
Yeah, and I haven't seen that gag order. I mean, obviously, I'm sorry, Todd Jimenez.
Good morning, James.
I believe he's under that gag order. And I haven't been following Cop City that much, but I do know they haven't gone to trial yet. So I haven't read the order, but that's a major difference, because that's a situation, again, like Ahmaud Arbery, where you've got potential jurors that would be out there consuming media. Our jurors are not doing that. They're instructed not to not do that. They've been handled. No, they're not sequestered, but they are under instructions to not look at any of this.
And it seems like if for some reason the jurors did see those statements, we have a much bigger problem on our hands than just the defense attorneys need to stop talking.
Bruh, what I told y'all the other night, when we first got Love Motion, what I said, if that's the problem, we definitely got a bigger problem. Shout out to Megan Cuffniff, okay? Popping that shit. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like, share the live. We are getting into the YSL debacle that's going on. This is an interview that Megan Cuffniff did with Douglas Weinstein, who is the attorney for Yak Gotti. And I believe this was like yesterday or something like that. But as y'all can see, the title is in response to the gag order request, so it's the most recent one. Let's run it.
Disorder, correct? I mean, there's some argument that a gag order like this in the middle of trial kind of undermines the integrity of the jury, because it almost kind of assumes or worries that the jury is violating their oath not to look at this stuff.
Well, I would just say it's unnecessary at this point for there to be a gag order, given the orders that the jury is under. And our jurors seem to be very conscientious. You know, I know that in whenever I filed the order to try to get this trial moving, filed the motion. I wish it would have been in order. In late March.
Thank you, Chloe. I need them done, though. I done broke a couple.
Witnesses. I was concerned that the jury would lose focus as this trial dragged on. And I cited a bunch of studies in that motion to the judge, showing the jurors kind of lose focus after 10 or 20 days of trial. And of course, we're past day 100. But when I look at them over there, for the most part, they're paying attention, they're taking notes. So I think that they would be following the judge.
Oh, he went on long crime? Oh, okay. As he should. They trying to silence him.
Yes, yeah, and one, I mean, just in my experience, I've had attorneys tell me that, they think all jurors violate that, but a clerk I know who worked in state courts for a number of years and then federal courts, and she's the one who actually deals with the jury every day, talks to them. She thinks they actually take that pretty seriously, and that if one of them does violate it, the other people find out, they all kind of rat each other out. But then another way to look at it,
not rat each other out.
All day in a jury, in a case like that, would you want to go spend your time off reading more about the case and thinking more about the case?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, it might.
Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. I cut the light off so the glare can be off the tablet. Y'all know Mickey Truth is on vacation. On vacation. So I'm making do what I got to do. I'm in the enchanting tiki room, okay? And I'm still here trying to do content. So we doing some makeshift stuff. Let me go to Law and Crime. Y'all know we ain't bougie over here, okay? we definitely be rocking out as we need to when needed. I hope the judge don't grant love motion. I hope not either. It's crazy at this point. They should have been asked for that. Was it on Long Crime Network or Trials? You know, Long Crime is on Fancy. Okay, it must be on Trials. Appreciate it. Now he shout out Miss Love and Hilton. He petty. He petty. I don't see it. Young Thug prosecutors attempt to block. Well, let's watch this one. Maybe it's this one.
I love making personalized gifts. There are ways.
I don't know if this is it, but let's see.
We're going to now pivot our cameras to the latest updates in the trial of Jeffrey Young Thug Williams and his co-defendants who are charged under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, also known as RICO. Prosecutors say rapper Young Thug is part of a criminal street gang known as Young Slime Life, or YSL, and that it's responsible for violent crimes in the Atlanta area ranging from theft to murder. But defense attorneys say their clients are not part of a criminal street gang, and YSL stands for Rappers Record Label, known as Young Stoner Life. Now, as you know, this case has been running for about 19 months now, and we have seen many changes in the courtroom. In case you missed it, the case now has a new presiding judge, Judge Paige Reese Whitaker. The first judge on this case, Gerald Glanville, was recused after his handling of an ex parte meeting with prosecutors and their key witness, Kenneth Copeland. And the second judge, Akira Ingram, recused herself because of conflicts of interest. As Judge Whitaker gets acquainted with the case, attorneys were asked to file any pending motions so that when they reconvene next week, the judge will make rulings. And yesterday, a motion for mistrial was filed by defense attorney Doug Weinstein, the lawyer for Diamante Kendrick, aka Yak Gotti. In the motion, Mr. Weinstein accused the Fulton County prosecutors of intentionally triggering a mistrial to what the defense said is a losing case. This all goes back to a secret meeting that prosecutors had with their key witness, Kenneth Copeland, and former Judge Gerald Glanville. Yesterday, the prosecution also filed a motion not to be outdone for attorneys.
Her hair is tripping me out.
As the case moves forward. And here
yeah,
to chat with us, we have the attorney for Yak Gotti, Doug Weinstein.
I like Doug. Go Doug.
And I want to ask you, why is it that this motion is filed for a mistrial yesterday, and what makes it novel?
Well, we had really no choice but to file for a mistrial. In this case, the prosecution definitely goaded us into this. They asked the judge for that meeting, that ex parte secret meeting, worked with the judge to keep it completely secret.
That wordplay crazy.
We were fortunate enough to find out about it. At that meeting, the judge and the state coerced Kenneth Copeland into changing from his decision to not testify into testifying. So there are any number of errors that happen that violate Mr. Kendrick's due process rights, his rights to a fair trial. So we had, look, we'll win this case, but we had no choice but to file a motion for mistrial.
So you sort of answered my next question, which how the ex parte meeting impacted the progress. But in terms of not only impacting the
as he should, Black Butterfly.
Go back with a new judge and undo the issues that were created by the ex parte meeting with the judge meeting with Kenneth Copeland and the prosecutor alone, and then trying to put one of your co-counsels in jail.
You know, there is a lot that has to be undone, and it's just not doable. And let me just give you one example. When I filed the motion to recuse Judge Glanville on June the 12th, at that time, Judge Glanville should have stopped all proceedings in the case sorry, I'm going by, and referred the motion out to another judge to make a decision on that. He failed to do that. Instead, he continued to have testimony presented to this jury. Kenneth Copeland talked on the stand to this jury, testified for 4 days. And now, according to the law, we have to rewind the case to before that testimony. How can you rewind the case? How can the jury unhear 4 days of testimony? It just can't be done.
They can't.
Yeah, and let me go following this up. The
I can't
prosecution
unhear
files a
shit.
motion yesterday to say you can't, the whole group of defense attorneys, cannot speak to the media when they have tried this
Hold on, let
case.
me read this comment. Mickey, remember when people criticize him for being too quiet? You gotta watch the quiet ones. They are plotting. Plus, he got this thing popping by going to the Supreme Court. I was just thinking that it's crazy you said that, Black Butterfly, because I was just over here thinking like that man sitting on that front row chilling. Y'all know he hadn't caught COVID. Shit, he was working. He still was working. But yeah, Doug coming through for the win. And you know, Love and them was too focused on Steel. Y'all know Steel is one of the top dogs as far as the lawyers on the case right now. And they've been trying to like sandbag him. And the whole time it was Weinstein coming up for the win. Well, some wins. It ain't over yet. Look, the war's still going.
Speeches, I think, in the courtroom that were really geared towards the media publication of the speeches. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, my apologies. I should have started this interview out with giving a big shout out to ADA Love and ADA Hilton, because apparently they are watching our interviews. We have
talk your shit, Weinstein.
Under Rule 3.6, we are allowed to speak publicly about the information that's available to the public. We can get out there. My client is a rap performer. He's an artist. His reputation is being damaged.
Now, pause. Let's be clear. Remember, the state wanted to highlight this shit. Highlight Young Thug being a rapper. Highlight that shit. Now the defense, even though it's not per se Young Thug's defense, it's Yak Gotti defense putting that shit back in their face. No. Remember, y'all want to play lyrics and shit. Y'all want to do all this, y'all. He's a public figure. Continue, Weinstein.
By this trial, we're allowed to go out there and make the accurate assertion that he is innocent of this. So we've done nothing wrong. And I expect that the judge will rule against the state here. And by the way, one last thing. This is completely in keeping with the state's efforts throughout this trial to keep the public from seeing what's going on here. They
pop that shit.
Tried to have witnesses not televised.
Now, we saw that, and I think Law and Crime has been at the forefront, trying to make sure that the public does see the witnesses. This is a public trial. It's very important because there is a problem with crime in Atlanta. There is a gang problem. Let's not make no mistake about that. But how does this trial address that when it's supposed to be the leader, Young Thug, and quite frankly, I'm not sure if I'm sitting on the jury that I've heard anything that connects either your client or Young Thug to the really shall we say, egregious charge in the case is the one of murder.
All right.
Well, I think any unbiased observer who has watched this trial, and hopefully the jury as well, has seen that so far, after 100 days of testimony, almost 100 witnesses, this has been going on before the jury since November of 23, hasn't seen evidence that YSL is a gang, hasn't.
What I have seen, they make some good fucking music. Cause when they was playing that Rich Gang song, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I wasn't streaming that day, but I damn sure was bobbing and weaving, and I think I ended up adding the damn song to my damn playlist after that. So yeah, they some good artists for sure. Now, can I say they done proved these boys murderers? Nah, but they definitely done proved they got some good music. I'll tell you that much. Oh shit. Press play. Play! God damn it.
Evidence of gang activity. They may claim we are some kind of hybrid gang, but that's just
hybrid gang is crazy.
Experts can twist any way they want to. So look at the evidence that's presented. I'm fine to stand on that and say the state has not shown that YSL is a gang or that there have been any racketeering activities.
Yeah, and I'm for
A musical gang, maybe.
Civil RICO charges on some cases. I'm very familiar with the statute. Let's go back to the beginning of this trial. We all thought initially that we're applauding Judge Landry.
Maybe that's what they meant, a music gang.
The first amendment on the rap lyrics, and that was the big issue. The rap lyrics, they were going to be introduced. The rap lyrics have kind of gone by the wayside. What to you is the most egregious piece of evidence that the prosecution sought to put in that should have nothing to do with this trial? And then I'm going to ask you the other side, Doug. I'm going to ask you to be fair. What do you think is the most effective piece of evidence the prosecution?
Don't answer that shit, Doug.
Okay. No, I'm not going to let you take the rap lyrics and put those to the side because I was one of the people that really led the fight against introducing those rap lyrics. And they have been used in the trial. I think they plan on continuing to use them. And I think that's the most egregious. And where I come down on these rap lyrics, unless you can show some kind of a nexus with these lyrics, it's absolutely ridiculous to use them in the trial. So I think that's been the most egregious.
I agree.
The most effective, I think there was one day, and I can't remember the day in April, where the state listed for the jury a series of acts, a series of criminal actions that occurred in 2015. They put them up on a board and went one after the other. I don't believe they effectively tied our clients to those, but I think what they were trying to establish is that there was some type of a war going on.
A little bit, not a lot.
I think that day was particularly effective, but I will give them that was probably their most effective day so far.
Yeah, and I don't throw the rap lyrics to the side.
Bruh.
Johnny Cash to you.
Hold on. Out of 100 days, the defense said they done had one good day. That's crazy as fuck. But nah, Blue, I started watching one of them, and I felt it was storming here last night. Like, I had got on TikTok to show, like, it was storming real bad here last night. All right, I think this is almost done.
Because we all know about artists. What do you expect where do you expect the state to go next? And what do you expect the judge to rule on with regard to these motions?
Well, I really think, obviously the state's going to oppose our motion for a mistrial, I expect. Unless they're setting this up for a mistrial, because again, their case
that goddamn love
that anyone can see. I think they've had at least a half a dozen of their key witnesses, their witnesses, that they had to impeach on the stand. So when that happens, as a former prosecutor, your case is not going well. So we'll see what happens with the mistrial. I think the judge should rule for a mistrial. I don't think the judge has much choice, and I hope that the judge can see that the reason for the mistrial is that the state has goaded us into making this request.
And Doug Weinstein, I'm going to let you wrap it up. Any final thoughts that you want to tell our viewers that I have not asked you before I let you go back and continue your defense of your client, Yap Gotti?
I don't like a haircut.
I have no final comments except to thank all the media for continuing to cover this case.
Okay. Hey, Weinstein said, hey, YSL's a music gang. Fuck what the state talking about. Fuck that shit. Okay. Alright, let me see. Was that all we needed to do with that one? What y'all think? Y'all think the state has proved anything other than last night? Yeah, Weinstein definitely popping his shit, man. He popping his shit. Let me see. What else? Alright. Yeah. So to bring the YSL part to a close, I think, let me make this talk. I just realized that I can, y'all, I done bought so many stands. I actually broke one of my stands the other day. This whole time I didn't even know this was adjustable. But anyway, my thoughts on the YSL thing, I still say I don't see no other way out of this other than to declare a mistrial. I don't see how they're going to be able to effectively say the jury has not been tainted by all the media coverage. Because at the end of the day, like I told you, if I was on the jury, I definitely probably would have been watching, because I would have wanted to know why the hell we're not in court all this time. I mean, that's just me. I'm gonna be honest. Also, as far as the gag order, I agree with Weinstein. This is a public trial that's being streamed live. So, I mean, that's that. I don't understand, like, what else they gonna get from that. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. I'm gonna add another thing, another topic to this, okay? Because I forgot to talk about it yesterday after we get finished. James said, I agree, this is definitely a mistrial for sure. Fourth Now said that argument he made was way too wordy in my opinion, and I hate using my clients are some good kids, they're just kidding defense. I think he'll beat the case, but why is hell must think about that, about what the feds know? You know, it has been a lot of talk about the feds possibly being interested in picking up this YSL Rico. I personally, at this, I don't see, it's too sloppy, right? I don't see the feds picking it up. In my opinion, right? In my opinion, for one, the state shouldn't have picked it up because the foundation was rocky, iffy. Remember, the foundation was Little Woody's interrogation video from October 2021. And I feel like if they really, you know what I'm saying, really thought about it, they wouldn't have picked it up. So just my opinion, I don't think the feds will pick it up. I know at one point, maybe like a year ago, I said possibly on the gun charges and stuff. But as far as the RICO, I don't see the feds picking it up. I don't see the feds picking it up even for, a lot of people are comparing it to like the O-Block RICO. And I feel like if that was the case, the feds would have been the ones to pick it up way before the state. If that's the case, because as y'all know, with the O-Block RICO, the state never picked it up per se. It's always been a federal situation. So that's just my opinion. I don't think the feds is gonna fuck with the RICO. Judge Whittaker is going to use her out for sure. State made it too messy. Feds not picking up. Yeah, I agree with y'all. It's a shit show. Like, for real, for real. All right, we gonna segue. We gonna segue from, y'all remember back in the earlier days of me covering YSL, I used to always do YSL and YFN updates at the same time. So we're gonna get into YFN, okay? Y'all know Luchi is currently in prison, okay? They have released video of the alleged drive-by shooting, which ultimately led to like one of his homeboys being unalived, and they allegedly pushed him out the car and all that. So we're gonna check into that. And they said that Fannie, whatever, you know, her name is, wrote a letter about his release. So we're gonna get into that. Let me see what's already said. It was a joint effort. Operation Planters was a joint effort with Officer Dennis, Gaither, Feds, ATF were all involved. But, okay. Every case that involves guns and stuff like that is always, or murder, is always going to be a joint effort, right? But that's not to say they're leading it. You get what I'm saying? So, like, even though, because like I said, in South Carolina, we have SLED. SLED is going to come to every murder, everything, but that's not saying that they're going to be the ones leading it and it's going to turn into a federal indictment. So when I say they're not picking it up, not saying they didn't have, you know what I'm saying, any hands in it or like any type of like parts of the investigation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, it's just too messy. Damn, Blue, you got him too quick. I was gonna dress his ass next. Talking about fix my damn wig. Tell your mama to eat a dick. Let me see. Black Light says, what are your thoughts on that white cop killing the black woman? Y'all just be coming foolish. Okay. I spoke on it the other night. Good morning, Kat. I'll speak on it again. Alright, because I don't know. Maybe I want a standalone video about it or something. But for those who are wondering, I have spoken on that. Oh, no problem, Blue. It's cool. You know, I don't be tripping. I have spoken out about it. Y'all know that's normally not my type of content to cover because I don't enjoy, you know, having to, again, speak on, guess what, police officers killing an unarmed person or an innocent person. So I'm going to say this again. I think it's fucked up. I think at this point, we all, especially people of color, need to understand when you pick up the phone or when you come into contact with officers, they are trained to be in on high alert in situations. Everybody can't go from 1,000. They're trained to come in on 1,000. They're not trained to come in on 0 and work their way up. They are trained to come in on 1,000. Just imagine being on the train to be on 1,000. Plus, you got your own shit going on in your own world. You never know what you're going to get. And it's not no secret. We have saw this too many times over the past decade. Okay? Even less than that, we only got to go back 10 years. But it's time for us to understand this is not a perfect world. Although it shouldn't be an issue to have to encounter that. It is an issue to encounter that. So again, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I kind of went into it the other night, but like I said, you got to be mindful of if you're not in a high stake situation. Sometimes calling the police ain't that. Inviting the police in your house is never a good thing. And I'm just gonna be on some real shit. Like, I done seen people arrested in their own house and they called because of something else. Like I said, I gave them an example of someone hitting my husband's car one time and he called the police just to file a report because the insurance needed the report. He ended up getting locked up because they said he had a fucking warrant from somewhere. So it's just like, y'all know I have PTSD from police since I was a little girl because my parents would get locked up. You know what I'm saying? So they're trained to go in their own 1,000, and especially don't be in a high crime rate that they have as a high crime rate. They're not gonna come in there on some kumbaya. Now some of them do, but at the same time, you know, it's the whole picture. You get what I'm saying? A whole picture. What's up, Jersey? What kind of vacation is this? I want to see some vacation content so I can live. I'm actually getting my vlog ready. I'm gonna drop it. Yeah, so you know, like those who've been around, and even if he wasn't around, go check out my live when Tyree Nichols was killed. I went more into it. This ain't my type of content. I be having to be careful about what I say as a content creator. So in a nutshell, police are not trained to handle mental health crisis, for one. Police are not trained to come into a situation calm and cool or whatever. They are trained to come in on 1,000. Okay, they are trained that from this block to that block, that's a high crime area, and it could be just shoplifting. But to them, high crime is high crime. You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna come in on 1,000, and just think about it. If you ever been pissed the fuck off, can you be pissed the fuck off and be happy that quick? How long does it take us to calm down? So when you got a motherfucker that's already on 10, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, they be quick to, now they're training, they're supposed to go with what's supposed to be like to de-escalate the situation. These police be trying to grab their gun. They ain't trying to grab no stun gun. They ain't trying to grab none of that shit. They shoot first, ask questions later, unfortunately. So my stance is this, okay? Don't invite these police in your house. Don't open no fucking door for no police. For real, for real. If you find yourself in a situation where you need the police because it's an emergency and it's a high intense situation, then, you know, just be real cautious, like, of how you even interact with them. That's all I can say about it, because unfortunately, like I said, in a perfect world, we shouldn't even have to be thinking about that. We shouldn't be having to teach our kids about not making no sudden movements. Like, I have young adults as kids, you know what I'm saying? They're grown. And I tell them, yo, keep your insurance shit, your identification all up high. You know what I'm saying? Do not put it somewhere where you got to dig for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get pulled over, if you get pulled over, grab it, put it on the dash, keep your hands on the steering wheel. Do not fucking move. Do not, none of that shit. I do it myself. I try to avoid getting pulled over. I don't even, that's why I said, even like people get it twisted. I don't even interact with police for real. I go to the courthouse, even though police be there, but I don't be interacting with police officers. Like, it's like, you just never know. You can have true good intentions, you know what I'm saying, to be on the up and up. You can probably be worried, but like I said, you just never know. It's like playing Russian roulette. And again, this is not to say all police officers are fucked up, but we have seen too much in recent history of people of color, and it be other races too, but more, it be people of color getting gunned down, like for real, for real. This is what is meant by police reform. They need to be trained better and held accountable for their actions so that hopefully it will deter their action. This is ridiculous. And I've said, and I said it back when the Tyree Nichols situation happened, fuck police reform. It need police reset. You have to reset it. Because again, if they are trained, listen, y'all, and I hope I don't offend anybody by what I'm going to say, and that's why I be trying to stay away from these type of topics. But hey, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with that, that's fine, right? But let's not get it twisted that the police originally started, we were not, okay, viewed, you know what I'm saying, as human beings, or like, you get what I'm saying? So this reform is still utilizing the basis of what the police force was even built on. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to reset that bitch. You have to reset that to erase all the segregation policies, or branch off from that shit that they may still have lingering around. You know, a lot of the police captains and police chiefs have been on the force for many, many, many years, when we probably had as many rights as we do now. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, that's why I say we need a reset, because they are still with the mentality, okay, that we are a threat, period. You know what I'm saying? Built to hunt down slave. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's built on that. It's like, how can you, and then be mindful that a lot of officers are like in generations of officers. Come on. Like, think about it. If my great-great-grandma was alive and you asked her mindset gonna be different than maybe like my grandma, because she endured different things in her time. So imagine, you know, they need advice, they go to an older officer, their mindset is gonna be a different thing. So that's why I said we need a reset, not to make this like a whole, I don't want to get it twisted like I'm like against police or nothing. I'm not, but I'm just at the point, I'm like taking it for what it is. We have to see they're not, even though we want to be viewed as equal, or we want to be a part of the overall scope, this shit that we fighting, it wasn't built for us to be a part of it. So like, how do we expect it to be, although, yeah, it's a lot of us on the police force, but at the end of the day, it was us on there back then, and what was they utilized for? So again, it was built for minorities to be a threat, period, right? So over time, although it's some good officers and stuff like that, it still is built for us being a threat. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many innocents are being gunned down. That's why it's a question as, oh, put them on administrative leave and we figure it out. Or, oh, we'll release the body cam footage at this point because we got to kind of get our ducks in a row and all that. So that's just my stance on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I really don't know how to put it into words other than y'all just be mindful of your interaction with law enforcement. If you don't need to be in their fucking face, don't be in their face. I tell my daddy this all the time. My daddy locked up, free my daddy, man. I said, bro, you already know what we facing. So and I say willingly, cause like I've never said my daddy, I ain't never did no shit. Nah, I ain't never said that. I still say free him regardless, but you know what we facing when it comes to law enforcement and the criminal justice system. So to willingly put yourself in a position to have to embark and be at their mercy is crazy. And although I don't see nothing wrong with what the woman did in her situation, other than letting them motherfuckers in her house, like that's the part. That's what the first thing I said. Like, why did she let them in? Like, because at that point, it's not your domain anymore. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully, they had the body cam on where we could see what happened. But that's mine. And I'll probably clip this and just put this as a video because a lot of people have been coming over asking me to speak on it, even though I spoke on it the other night during my live. So, the catch-22 is this. Black Americans are overwhelmingly targeted per capita in violent interaction with police, but ironically, the point is more impactful when you go and it could happen to you too. Yeah, definitely, definitely could happen. And they're not trained. And like I said, I gave y'all a story that happened in my local community where a mother called the police. Hold on. Did she call the police or she called 911? And see, the situation is, I don't know about everywhere, but in our area, when you call 911, the police gonna come even if you call from an ambulance. The police gonna come. So I don't remember if she called for an officer or if she called for an ambulance, right? Nevertheless, she called 911. They came. He was having an episode. And anybody ever dealt with someone with mental health that have like certain types of like very irate episodes and stuff like that. He had one of them. He ultimately was killed by the police. Okay, and like I said, they're trained to come in by force. Okay, in a situation that's kill to be killed type thing. That's their mindset. So with mental health is a different type of vibe. So they're not equipped for that. So not making excuses, but it comes a point where we have to understand what we are embarking when we deal with the boys in blue or the females in blue or whatever. Like I said, just a couple years back, an 18-year-old was gunned down in a school parking lot by the police. No charges, because they say, the police felt like he had a gun. It's all type of shit. So again, it's just like we have to just understand what's against us. And that's with anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's coming through. Hold on, I don't know what that's about. So, yeah, so I mean, really don't know what else to say about that other than just, gotta educate yourself on alternate ways to avoid being in like that situation. And again, she may felt like she was in that danger, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, right? But like I said, like, I'm to the point, if I have to file a police report, I'll do it online. I'll go into the precinct to file it. I try to avoid by any means having them come to my house. I don't play games with people that call the police. Like, like some people would get into it. The woman would call on their boyfriend. We're not doing all that around here because I don't have time for that shit to escalate. She called about a prowler. They even asked her, did she take her meds? How did they know she take meds? Y'all, I haven't been able to watch the whole thing, so how did they know that she takes meds? Does anybody know? Has anybody watched it in full? Anybody know? I watched a while ago. Yeah, see, I don't know why. How did they know that? They dealt with her before. And see, and that's another thing, right? She said she was looking for her papers and she said she took medication. The officer was already condescending. And see, I was just about to say, see, that's the thing. I don't know what their interaction was before. He could have had a vendetta out on her. You just don't know. Supposedly they knew each other, her and the cop. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? You don't know the situation. Like, I tell you no lie. We was out one time, and like I said, my daddy got a history of going to jail, and a lot of Richland County police know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So we was out, and like the officer was like called his name, and we was out going to dinner, and said, hey, you staying out of trouble? And my dad was like, yeah, I'm out of trouble, just enjoying, about to eat dinner with my family. And I was like, nah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Okay? Because if they saying that again, he wasn't mean or nothing. It was just the vibe. Like, what is that? You see him out with his family, he ain't, So, yeah. That could have been it. 1090 is a code for mental person. That's, rest in peace to her. That's a fucked up situation. I mean, ain't no way you can clean it up. It's definitely a fucked up situation for sure. My first thought was he knew her. James said, I think they asked her that when she was sitting on the couch going through her purse, he didn't know her because he had to call dispatch and ask if she had ever called to her house. And that's the part, okay, so y'all help me. At the end of the day, she was no threat to him. He didn't need to do that. That's facts, Chloe. I want to ask y'all, like, I may have to just bite the bullet and watch it in its entirety, because okay, if she called about a prowler, like, what the fuck is they needing to come in the house for? Like, bruh, like, look around. Mickey rewatched the beginning. Dispatch was on the phone with her. They didn't know. He picked the call. Yeah, like I said, I haven't watched it. I watched like a clip of that they put on the blogs to show that she had like a rag in her hand, not a pot of hot water. That's the only part I watched. Yeah, like I said, I normally don't watch those things because, like I said, I already got my own PTSD with dealing with law enforcement. So, it's one of those things that's kind of triggering. But I definitely won't watch it for content, but it seems like I might need to watch it just so I can like know the whole like storyline for it. But like I said, regardless of what, it's a fucked up situation. It shouldn't have happened, for sure. Watching Mickey, she knew he was evil and he knew that she knew. She wasn't a threat. They told her to go cut the water off before it started a fire. I didn't know boiling water would start a fire. That's news to me. Shaking my head. Yeah, see, one thing my daddy taught me early, police don't come in your house. Like, we had to, I think like a year ago, I did have to call the officer out, and I made them, they ass had to roll. Like, you can't come in my house. You cannot come in my house. Like, I done had too many bad experiences with police going in people's houses and stuff, so I just don't understand why they needed to come in her house anyway. If she's talking about a prowler, ain't a prowler mean somebody's like outside your house, scoping it out or whatever. Like, they were supposed to be outside looking for the prowler. I don't know. And that's why, you know what? And then it's crazy because, like, in my family, we'll call each other, you know what I'm saying, before the police. Like, I'll never forget my grandbaby had an emergency, and my daughter ended up calling me, and I ended up calling for the ambulance. But, like, that's sad. Like, we got to be weary or fearful to a certain extent of calling 911 for help. Like, when shit happened, like, my family will call each other. We'll call each other. Like, if it's a situation where it's a threat or something, you call the men in the family. And they gonna pull up and they gonna figure out what's going on. And if need be, we go from there. But it's crazy. She didn't invite them in her house. They just followed her in behind her. Really? Yeah, that was some other shit already. Because if you can't just walk in people's shit without them inviting you in. Even if you call the police, they'll ask, can they step in? Like, you know, I'm supposed to. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it probably on my way back because we leave tomorrow. So I'm gonna watch it and then we'll have a more in-depth conversation. It's just every day I've been live because I think I talked about it the other night. The last time I did a night live, we talked about it. But ever since then, people have been asking me why I haven't talked about it. I'm like, I did talk about it. Exactly. A prowler is outside. If someone was inside, they would be an intruder. So nobody should have been in that lady's house. That's facts. Yeah, that's. But yeah, I think I might do a live on that, like kind of like what we did with Tyree Nichols for those who have been around. Do a panel, because it seems like a lot of people want to talk about it. And like I said, it's like one of those things, like, I think a lot of people hit me up about it because, like, my voice carries when it comes, you know what I'm saying, to topics and stuff. But these situations is more than just a person known to speak. Everybody needs to speak. You know what I'm saying? Luffy, what's up? Like, everybody has to speak on it. Everybody has to speak on it. For situations like this, it's not just those that may have a platform. Even if, again, y'all know, when I started my platform, it was my way of speaking on a situation that I felt like needed to be spoken on, right? So I need everybody to speak. You can't just look to those with a platform to speak. These situations, everybody needs to speak. Even if you got 5 followers, you need to speak on it. Hashtag, what is her name? Hold on. I don't want to say the wrong name. I kind of got it in my head, but somebody type her name in the comments. Sonya Massey. Yes, Sonya Massey. So, like, everybody speak on it. Whether you make a video, you do a post and hashtag her name to avoid, like, the first step is just making it aware. The thing to me, I feel like when only select people of influence speak on something, people think that's supposed to solve a problem. No, everybody has to speak on it. How many times have we have to do hashtag somebody's name, whether it was Sandra Bland, Mike Brown, you know, a host of people over the past 10 years, you know, Trayvon Martin, you know, all these people that we've lost, some to just injustices that fell through the cracks or police brutality. Everybody had to speak on it, not just those with platforms. So I appreciate everybody wanting me to speak on it. And like I said, I'll do a live this weekend once I get back home. And we can have a panel solely on Sonya Massey situation. But everybody needs to speak on it. Don't just look for certain people to speak on it. Everybody needs to speak on it. And then maybe one day this shit can get under control. But I'll be honest, it don't be looking plausible sometimes, to be real, because we're still dealing with it in 2024. And that's why I said forget the reform. All these politicians that's talking about reform, we need a reset, because reform is something that wasn't built for us anyway. It's ass backwards to me. That's my opinion. That's to me. So we got one more topic that I want to get to, because I just realized I'm going on almost an hour and a half. All right, just a quick reset. We done talked about YSL. We done got into the Sonya Massey, because a lot of people have asked me to speak on it. Although I spoke on it the other night, it's not like I'm ducking the conversation. I just feel like maybe I need to highlight it in its own. And I think maybe that's what people are wanting. So yeah, we're gonna do that this weekend. Like I said, my last day of vacation is today. We'll be on the road most of tomorrow, so maybe Saturday we'll do the live. But I need y'all to come and voice y'all opinion now. Like with the Tyree Nichols situation, when that happened, I went live and I had people come up on my platform and voice their feelings about it. And I want y'all to do that. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, that wants me to speak on it because of my platform, I'm going to open my platform up to you guys so y'all can come speak on it. So maybe we can even make more noise. You know what I'm saying? We are louder together. Chloe said, I value your opinion because you don't talk ish. You're honest. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I try to be. Some people don't like that, but I appreciate that you like it. So I kind of feel like going into my next topic after talking about that is kind of like crazy. But this is all sides to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, Sonya Massey was definitely an innocent person in her situation and ultimately was looking for help, and help took her out, you know what I'm saying? So that's fucked up. Now we're about to get into a shooting caught on camera, okay? The shooting that involved allegedly YFN Luchi. So we're gonna do that one because I put it in the title. I wanna stick to the titles I be doing. I kind of can just take it out. It's real quick. We just gonna do it real quick so that I don't have to do it the next go around. Hold on. Alright, here we go. And then we're gonna get into Fannie Willis statement, and then we go from there. Shout out to Kim Yon, okay? Kim Yon is a YouTuber. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. I pulled up to one of his lives the other day. They were talking about the King Von murder, and it was good vibes. It reminds me of how we do over here when we break things down, just have a discussion. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with Kim Yon.
Exclusive today, we have none other than the YFN Luchi drive-by shooting that he is currently incarcerated for on camera, man. We got this just dropped last night, but if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and thumb up the video, man. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So it's imperative that you hit that like button and subscribe and share the channel to people, to Reddit, wherever you want, wherever you can, so we get this channel out into the public, so we get more eyes on this channel, man. We're the ones breaking down this information, man. We're the ones bringing this information to the light. So let's get to it, man. We got YFN Luchi's drive-by shooting.
What did you music?
Let's get into it. It's exclusive, man. Let's go ahead and hit play.
Hold on real quick.
So go ahead.
Music, have you spoken on Sonya Massey yet? You want to do a joint live Saturday about it? Let me know. We were just talking about that. A lot of people feel like, well, I'm going to say they feel like I should talk about it more. And I feel like that topic is something that needs to be talked about collectively. So, okay. Yeah, so let's plan it for Saturday, and definitely have like an open panel, allow people to come up and talk about it, and let's make it a discussion. Shout out to Music 101, man. Y'all know Music is definitely my boy, okay? Even though he ain't tell me it be raining like hell down here in Florida. But yeah, we gonna do a joint live Saturday, and we gonna talk about, hey, Sonya Massey, we gonna talk about police brutality, all that, okay? So we gon' look, y'all ask for it, so y'all show up and show out, okay? All right, let me finish playing this.
Check this out. So we got the black truck here. We can see got individual cleaning. It looks to be a Dodge Charger here of some sort. We got two other individuals over here in the top right-hand corner. Man, this looks like a trap spot to me, man. We got a white truck driving by. Look. Followed by a black car. Looking at the car, you can see
his commentating is crazy.
And we pull up a second camera. So we pull up in front of this house. The black car drives in the front, pulls up slower. This guy, door opens. Chopper, boom, whoa. Now look at them ducking. Boom, oh, the dude got hit. You can see him slump right there. Whoa.
I mean, for one, why the hell he was sitting out in the car like that? I mean, respectfully, but that seemed crazy as hell to be shooting like that. Like, motherfuckers don't have guns to shoot back.
Man, this is an exclusive.
Is this the full video?
Man, if you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button, man. Thumb up the video. We'll be reacting to this in a...
That's crazy. Now, personally, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand the purpose of putting it out now, but dude was just, I guess he thought he was John Wick. The fuck? I don't know what that was about, y'all. Let me pull up Instagram real quick. Let me see. I'm getting sleepy. Alright, where did I see the letter for Fannie Willis? I gotta find it. Dude that shot him definitely got good aim, for sure. But the way that dude was standing outside that car is crazy. I found it. Alright, so hold on. Look, I'm out here in the tiki room. Alright, let's see. Can y'all see that? I don't know why my Instagram looks like that, but it's on No Jumper. And it basically said, this is from Fannie Willis. It said, pursuant to the parties' negotiated agreement, the state does not object to defendant Rayshawn Bennett being released from the Department of Corrections the first time he becomes eligible for parole or after serving 1/3 of his prison sentence, whichever comes first. This recommendation by the state is conditional upon the defendant's compliance with the lawful authority of the Department of Correction personnel and having had no incidents of any kind, keywords of any kind, in any facility in which he has been housed while in custody of the Department of Corrections. And y'all know what that means, of any kind, okay? Okay, of any kind.
That this district attorney,
This Drew talking.
Wouldn't have reached this agreement if she thought that Ray Bennett was a threat to the community. I don't think she would have done that if she thought he was an active member of a gang at all. I don't think there's any chance she would have done that. I don't believe that this district attorney.
All right. So I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm trying to remember, how much time did Luchi get on that plea? Was it 10 years or 20 years? 10 or 20. So, mind you, his first parole date isn't until 2025. 20. So 1/3 of 20 years is how long? Damn, I'm trying to get to the calculator. I'm gonna put the voice recorder up. 6 years, right? Like 6.5 years, something like that. So basically what that letter is saying now is that, hey, they're not against him, getting out on parole once he either do 1/3 of his time, which is almost 7 years, right? Or becomes eligible for parole, whichever one comes first. And in this case, 2025 will come before the 7 years. So he still won't be able to go up for parole until next year. Okay? Now, mind you, well, I ain't gonna let y'all go with it. Because everybody on the YFN Rico got the same deal. Everybody got that same deal. So I ain't gonna say he told on nobody because I don't believe it. But again, I ain't never seen no paperwork on him saying that he was selling. None of that. So I don't think it was nothing like that because everybody on that case got the same offer. Like, I kind of feel like the fucking state is depending or putting their eggs on shit. He gonna get into something. Cause remember, he almost got killed like 3 times while he was at the county. So they probably like, he gonna get himself in trouble and be stuck in there for all that time. But yeah, so basically, so that letter to me is not saying, hey, go ahead, let him out. It's still saying he can't go up for parole till next year or at least for 7 years. So, and that's the picture they use right there. You know what I'm saying? You didn't type them emojis. Oh, Lord. She should have said he have not been the aggressor while he been locked up. Yeah, but that's their word. That's how they get you. By saying, yeah, don't get in no trouble. All right, it was something else that I saw on the blogs. It was, hold on, let me see. It was something with Rollo and Luchi. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. She should. Hold on. Was it on Remo page? Maybe it was on Remo page. So, some people was like, it would say Cheaves. Okay. All right, here we go.
But I still want to do it. If I'm in that situation, bitch, don't act, go do it for me. Yeah. What's he say? I don't give a damn. Go buy my TJ, Gavin, Esther. Go buy all my kids clothes. So don't sit up here and say, God,
Alright, hold on. So a lot of people's like, you know, that's crazy that he recorded the phone call. I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to Rollo, although he, you know, may be genuine about the acts he do, Rollo likes to be like a show off in so many ways. Even before he went to jail, like that's what he be on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was one of them situations. Maybe Luchi already knew what type of time it was, you know, with him, and he probably don't feel no type of way. But y'all know Rollo. I mean, come on, that's just what he be on. Rollo on the phone with YFN Luchi telling him he got his kids while he locked up. This is right after he just bonded Auntie, the menace out of jail. Is Rollo the realest rapper in the game? When they be saying shit like that, I'm like, the fuck? But okay. But yeah. I saw another one. What the hell is this? Body count footage from Night King Von. They don't want to say. Isn't that BJ? I think that's BJ. We might revisit that since the body count came out about that. I don't know, but we might gotta revisit it and see if, you know, my theory still holds up. Y'all know my theory. We might do a part 2 since that came out. I kind of. Yeah, we gonna revisit that because I was about to say something, because I don't remember BJ being one of the people named on that that GBI list, or is he? Music, do you remember if BJ is one of the ones? I don't think BJ is one of the ones listed on that list. I could be wrong. It's been a minute. We might do a part 2 to that. We might do a part 2 to that. All right. So, we got one more thing to talk about that I had in the title, and which is gonna be, it's gonna be quick. It's, you know, it's not the first time we heard 600 Breezy don't take care of his kids. So, yeah, no, this gonna be brief. All right, hold on. Let me turn it. Rollo got 19 sealed files. What does the sealed files have to do with anything, Lucy? Y'all do know sealed files don't mean somebody telling us something. A lot of people have sealed files. It can be like something is being concealed. Could be an address, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know what you're getting at, Lucy, as far as some transcripts, but to say the 19 sealed files, I mean, that really doesn't mean anything about sealed files all the time. And then another thing, y'all know, I done went down this rabbit hole too, but another thing, y'all just gotta listen to what Rollo say. I mean, not just Rollo, but any artist. A lot of times, listen to what they say. Hell, I'm gonna ask y'all one question. Did Rollo ever say the transcripts was fake that was put out? You know what I'm saying? But what did Rollo say? Real niggas fuck with him. That's just that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, we'll leave that at that. So, on to the messiness, okay? Jayda shares how she feels about her sister, Jasmine, child's father, who we now know is, guess what? 600 Breezy. Okay? Let's see what they say.
So you just revealed your child's father, which I'm not happy about, but we can talk about that. Why are you not happy about it? No, I mean, I just feel like she did her pregnancy herself, so why give him the platform? I don't think she was doing it to try to get him. It wasn't about giving him the platform. It was about...
Giving him a platform is crazy.
I didn't really give a fuck about what the fuck anybody had to say about it, because at the end of the day, who the fuck wake up with motherfucking blades every motherfucking day. Like, who the fuck around the motherfucking milk? You know. Who the fuck went 9 months? But you did. Period. So it's like, we praising him. What? Who the fuck praising? Not even praising, but it's like, why fuck we giving him? But I think sometimes you gotta.
Can I pause it? Yeah, I can't pause it. I'll let it play out.
It sucks that you gotta go, like, the internet gotta be in a business for people to want to man up. Yeah. You know, but sometimes it's that, but it's like, why? Okay, so why? We're not here to bash him. Yeah. Finish this topic. Please stop because see how we back on topic. So you just revealed your.
So let's start with this, okay? Hyping your sister up that she made a choice to lay with a nigga that wasn't, according to the internet, taking care of his first set of children. Acting like you get kudos for taking care of your baby is crazy to me. However, again, I feel like, to me personally, did we care to know who Jasmine's baby daddy is? No. I don't think nobody was really dying or like blowing up her inbox like, sis, who your baby daddy is? Whatever. You put out that 600 Breezy is your baby daddy. Maybe because maybe your fans was like, damn, so you had a baby by yourself, like, or whatever. But we ain't care if 600 Breezy was your damn baby daddy. Because again, you can just look on Google. What's his other baby mama name? I can't remember her name, but you know, she talk about how he ain't a good baby daddy to her. And one thing I know, okay, cause my baby daddy ain't shit, and he ain't my baby daddy at this point. Cause my baby grown, right? But all of his baby mamas gonna have the same end results. They gonna say that nigga ain't shit as a daddy. However, probably whoever's with him is gonna say he's all right because he's one of the ones you got to be with him in order for him to do something. Thankfully, shout out to Mr. Truth. I ain't never had to worry about that because he stepped up and was the daddy. Okay, so I ain't really need my real baby daddy. But anyway, side note, let me get them 27,000 you owe me, please, sir, so we can move on. Yeah, so that's just how I feel about it. Like, we really didn't give a fuck about your baby daddy, okay? Because obviously if you went 9 months solo, that kind of set the tone for what you can experience. Come from somebody who, again, I'm thankful for Mr. Truth, who is my husband. For those who didn't know, he's not my baby daddy, he's my husband, but he raised my daughter as his daughter, and the same with his daughter, I raised as my daughter. So we never really had to go through all that BS, the baby mama, baby daddy drama. But at the same time, I just feel like we could have did without knowing 600 Breezy was your baby daddy. The other baby mama don't want to give him a DNA test. Well, y'all know I done told y'all. Okay, I might need to save this for Messy Mickey tonight. But y'all know how I feel about that, you know, DNA. Definitely, you know, get you that DNA test, okay? Definitely get you that DNA test. Ninja don't deserve no recognition. Like, my thing is, like, really, that was no recognition. Because basically, y'all basically painting him out to be a sorry ass nigga. Because, I mean, if he wasn't, you made it clear he wasn't around during your pregnancy. You know, he ain't even come out and say that's his baby. You came out and said that's his baby. So I don't understand the recognition, but he should have got you a little baby, maybe. Oh, but yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, y'all, I brought this subject up to say to the ladies, to the young ladies that probably watch me, like, listen, at the end of the day, if he ain't shit with the first baby mama, 8 out of 10 times he ain't gonna be shit with you. Okay, be clear. I'm just gonna be honest. I know some fucked up niggas like that will cheat on their chicks and all that, but when it comes to their kids, they stand up guys, and they stand up guys to all their kids. You get what I'm saying? So I'm talking about all their kids. But the niggas I know, they ain't shit to one kid, they ain't shit to the second kid, the third kid, none of that shit. So again, if it quack like a duck, it's a duck, okay? So if he's a sorry baby daddy to one, he's a sorry baby daddy to the other. That's just my little life lesson that I want to put out. I think that's about it, y'all. Like I said, today is Baby Truth's birthday. She turned 3 years old today. We are on our last day of our Florida vacation. We've been to Disney World. We've been to the water parks. We done went to the mall. We done did a lot of things. Vlog coming soon. I'm actually gonna switch up one of my other YouTube channels when I get back home and make it solely my vlog channel. So I'll let y'all know when I do that. But for now, y'all know where to find my vlogs. Under my vlog, Mickey Truth Vlogs playlist. We did it, y'all. We made it my whole vacation week, and I have been live every day of vacation, coming with the content. So, whoo, whoo, whoo. 600 Breezy running around shooting a club. Crazy. Hey. I'm gonna be honest, when I be hearing stuff about that, that's all I be like. My first response don't be like, oh damn, he ain't taking care of his baby. I be like, damn, that nigga don't believe in condoms, do it. But anyway, you know, that's just what I be thinking first and foremost. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to get out this game room, go back into the house, chop it up with the family. Like I said, we back at it tomorrow. I'm gonna be on a road tomorrow. So I may, depending on what time we leave in the morning, I may be able to do Mickey Talks in the morning. But if not, Saturday, me and Music 101 will be doing a joint live, okay? On police brutality. I tried to get my daughter that's 22 to understand that too, and she still had a baby by him. Now she's realized when hey, James, they don't be listening. Listen, they don't be listening. But hey, as long as you try to tell them, is one thing. Oh, my Cash App went off while I was home. Y'all know I be forgetting about the Cash Apps. Oh, let me see who it was. Shout out to, is it Tosha? Tosha? Shout out to Tosha for the Cash App. I appreciate it. Yeah, y'all already know Tea Time Thursday tonight. 8:30-ish with me, Camilla, Roxy, Miss Me with that BS. If we do not go live tonight, don't hold it to us. We'll be back at it next week. I don't have my laptop, so that may hold it up. But just cut your notifications on, y'all. With that being said, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all. Truth Team, we is lit. And hey, they cannot